happy with my performance today. 2K to 6K in one day. Pretty good to me, chat. Alright, you guys asked and I delivered. So I'm going to be doing another account build. This time we'll be starting with $2,093 and we will see where we can take that to within the next week or within the rest of the week, right? So today is currently Tuesday. We will see where we can take this $2,000, how far we can build it, so forth and so on. Trading with $2,000 to prove it's not luck. Let's get it. As you can see, the balance is $2,093. Currently, I am eyeing setups on US 30, not US 30, NASDAQ. Potentially looking to see if price will come into the zone and then give us a potential sell-off here. So this is where potentially my entry I'm looking for, or if we can get an entry in this little 38.2 area right here, come back, retrace, and then fall. So like I said, that's what I'm looking for. And then on gold, pretty much we'll be looking for the same thing. Once we can break and retest, then this will be a potential entry that we can take as well, right? So overall, looking to see if those will break structure before heading to the downside. All right, chat, so we just went ahead and entered this position. So on M1 we had a break of structure, and then price came back to retrace 38.2. Then we got some bearish variation candles, so now looking to target this negative 27 TP for our first take profit on minor structure. But then overall I can still see this dropping a lot further, so we will manage it accordingly. But honestly, I can see this dropping to like down here today, chat, based off of H4. So the H4 impulse correction, and then we'll be looking for a continuation. Now I don't know if this will fall as far as this today. We got some news events tomorrow that can push this tomorrow, but as far as today, I'm not sure. But overall, this will be about 780 points, and then down to this level here would be about 1600 points. So curious to see how price does today. But overall, like I said, my first take profit is that negative 27 TP on our minor structure, which is down here, right? And then you can see currently even though we just entered, we up $600. Price is fluctuating, or price is flowing really nicely. We'll see how price pretty much flows with this overall move, right? So let's get it. Alright, so I also added a position on gold. We had this impulse, we had this correction, we had this retest of this structure, and then price just broke our pretty much our minor structure. So now I just went ahead and went really light on this one, simply because I still am in NAS. But like I said, went light on this and then looking for this to target these lows down here. So overall, that is the move. It's set up for gold, and then NASDAQ, pretty much the same thing. Hopefully we can get this huge drop. But we get this huge drop, that's like insane. Like that's probably like 20k move. But overall, I don't expect that to happen today, but we will see just how price pretty much fluctuates right now. Currently, we had a push down, and then we started to get a little retrace on M1. Still floating about $200 in profit, but we will see how this begins to play out. Because this starts to form a high low, I might close it at break even. We are absolutely bleeding, chat. So this definitely looking for this to go to this negative 27 on our minor structure. Of course, this is M1 time frame. Just went ahead, was planning on scalping today. And then, like I said, I'm looking for that overall position to get hit later on. But we are floating $1,500 in profit, chat. In other words, though, I just created me a Starbucks account. I never had a Starbucks account before. I've never did the rewards or anything, but that matcha be hitting so much, chat, that I gotta sign up and I gotta, get my points and stuff, because I'm gonna take advantage of that. So, alright, so in the midst of ordering my Starbucks, you see TP2 has got hit. Now, this is where things get important, chat, because I can close right here at negative 27 TP with around $2,000 in profit. But I also have to be mindful that I have this trend line here. So I was thinking about trailing my stop losses, but I want to see how price reacts at this trend line to see if we get a bounce. Because the next thing that I can see is price coming here, breaking, retesting, and then giving us a sell opportunity here. But we don't know if this is going to break yet, chat. So I have to be mindful of that and still, you know, like not get too greedy and try to like just hold on to this move just because I want it to go all the way down here. So that's something that I'm being mindful of. You can see my alert is literally going off like crazy. So let me go ahead and turn it off. But overall, I'm going to probably just begin to trail it since we are so close to that trend line. So here, put my stop loss there. So if that were to get hit, it would be loss potential 739, 726. So that would be $1,400 in profit. So that is secured right now. Secured $1,400 in profit, but we'll let the rest run to see if we can maximize this overall move while I order my Starbucks, and then I have to go pick it up. Now, honestly, I want to drive the McLaren. I haven't driven the McLaren in like a week now, but I don't feel like waiting for it to start. So, you know, like McLarens, you gotta let the McLarens, like, you gotta let them warm up. McLaren is a car that you can't just like hop in and drive like instantly, because you'll like mess the whole thing up. So you gotta actually let it warm up, and it takes like 10 minutes to warm up. So I don't know if I want to wait. So I might have it in range. I don't know. We'll see. Decisions. All right. So as y'all can see, we currently are bouncing off of this trend line. We almost are hitting our trailing stops, but hopefully we don't. Of course, I had the option to close right now, but I want to see if we can maximize this game. If not, then I'm cool with our $1,400 and call it a day. Literally, we're on the brink of the balls of hitting stop loss. All right, chat, we just hit stop loss. All right, so that's cool. I don't know why. All right, so you can see now the balance is at $3,487. Cool. So we bagged a quick move, took advantage of that on NASDAQ. That was a great trade. We almost pretty much doubled the account. We could have doubled the count if we just closed right at take profit level, but we still in gold. That's still floating about $73 in profit. So like I said, I went light on that one with a 0.20, but overall still floating good profits in that. I still believe that this probably can pull back and retrace and then drop again, but overall we'll see. I'm about to go get my Starbucks. All right, price gave us a lower low, another lower high, gave us an engulfing, so I just went ahead and entered another 2 positions for that. So currently these are floating right now. This is a little risky on this position since it is at that trend line, but we will see how price reacts. Hopefully we don't get stopped out, and hopefully we just bleed to the floor. Currently we floating $1,500 again, chat. So now I'm about to move these to break even. So now we are back risk free from this position. Boom. So we did just hit this negative 61.8. So I'm eager to see if we gonna get, if that's gonna cause us to get a pullback. But overall, I really want to trail it above here, but last time we got stopped out prematurely, so I'm not going to trail it too fast. But overall, price is looking good. If we look at the equity in the account, we just hit the $5,000 mark. We started with $2,000, chat, and we currently just hit the $5,000 mark. So if we were to close right now, we will be around 5K in balance. But like I said, I got a feeling that this shit can just fall to the floor today, but I'm not going to be looking to hit, you know, home runs. So I'm just you know, I'm just taking what the market gives me. So like this next level here is our next stopping point. So this next level of support that we're approaching this area. Once we get here, that's a potential area where it could bounce from. So you see how like I have this diagram where this can hit this level, break, retest, and then push down some more. But like I said, chat, I honestly can see this shit falling to the floor today. It's just a matter of, do we have the volume and do we have a reason for price to push all the way down here? Because this is 1,600 points away from our original entry, chat. So I don't know. We'll see. I just ordered my Starbucks though, so as soon as they tell me that it's time to come pick it up, I'm about to go get it. All right, chat. So no McCleasy today. Hopefully y'all can see me. All right, chat. So no McCleasy today. I think I'm going to hop in the rangy. All right, chat. So like I said, hopping in the rangy. Our trailing stop loss did get hit, but the shitty part about it was that it got hit, but the fluctuation of it that it got hit, like once it got hit, the fluctuation of price was so fast that it shot through the trailing stop, so it only stopped us out with $400 instead of $700, which is only, you know, a couple $100 difference, but still annoying. That's how volatile price is right now in these Trump markets. So about to go get the Starbucks real quick. I know I keep saying that shit, but overall we did good today, chat. We did very good. Double the account, and y'all know me, when I double the account, when I'm doing these builds, instantly take out the money that you put in, because it's like, why leave it at risk when you already made it back? So probably about to do a withdrawal later on today, if we don't place any more trades. So we will see what the market gives us here in the next couple hours. Right now, this is the best Starbucks drink you can get. And don't mind my steering wheel, I'm manifesting. But sheesh, bruh, this is crazy. I done tripped over the stairs and spilled my damn drink. Alright, so after spilling my drink, my matcha all over the freaking floor, NASDAQ hit our stop loss. So it was a real tight stop loss, only a couple $100 risk. So currently we still sitting at $3,000 balance, with gold still running $300 in profit. So now that NAS has like I said, hit my stop loss, it is now forming a point A to point B for this fit. So just like I talked about, this breaker structure, so now we will need to see this pull back. So impulse break, then we look for this pullback. It's either going to pull back to this zone right here, or it's only going to pull back to 23.6. One of the two. Those are the areas that I'll be looking for, and then get a continuation down. So sit on my hands for that. We'll wait and see, and then overall hopefully we get that retracement that we're looking for, and I'll go ahead and set alerts on both of those, and then overall we'll wait and see. Like I said, chat, I'm scalping today, and just to show y'all just a little bit different side. I usually don't scalp, but take advantage of the market when, you know, it gives you opportunities like that to scalp. So overall, this is a scalper's market, especially with all this Trump stuff going on. It's like hard to hold positions just because the fluctuations of everything is like 100 to 200 pips. Like in 15-minute candles, gold can fluctuate 100, 200 pips. And it's like, that's why I'm scalping, because like you don't want to be up 200 plus pips in a position and then they just give it right back. So overall, we'll see what we have for the remaining of the day. Like I said, sitting at 3,000 balance with $300 floating in profit still. And that is our gold position. And this is the one we want to really light on. This is still flowing on M1 pretty solid, so we'll see. We'll see what price does in the next couple hours, and then I gotta go do some yard work outside. I'll revisit this once my alerts goes off. All right, chat. So I thought we was gonna get a deeper pullback, but we didn't. You see, this is just flowing. Like this trend is just flowing. Lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So we had a break and retest of this area with an engulfing candle, so we went ahead and entered this position. This was 38.2, of course, on this 1 minute fib, so that means that price is going to continue to go down pretty aggressively, right? So this is our next target, negative 27, based off of that 1 minute structure fib overall, which is kind of in alignment with these levels of support over here. So I guess I can change this color so y'all can see this one. But yeah, overall, this is just flowing. It's in a downtrend and it's just pumping. That's just the reality of it, chat. All right, so just move my stops to break even. Currently floating $1,000 in profit. I'm almost ready to just close all of the positions and just call it a day, because I am getting a little tired. But overall, I definitely feel like this can just go so much further, and that's the hardest part about it. Now Trump does talk later today, and I feel like when he talks, bro, this shit is about to melt. But I can't just assume that, like, you know, like I can't assume it. So I gotta be open to just focusing on structure, not what I think is gonna happen, not what I want to happen. None of that. It's all about focusing on the structure and understanding. Let the market tell me what it's about to do next. Like, the answers are in price, regardless of my feelings, regardless of you watching this video's feelings, so forth and so on. So I'm gonna just continue to trail with structure and follow structure and let structure be the answers to my questions, right? Literally, as soon as I turn the camera off, like press the end of the recording button, Nash shot up 100 points and stopped me out at break even. Like, bro, I can't make this up, and that's why I said I'm scalping. Cause like, even though this candle, that candle don't look that big, bro, but this was 120 point candle in 1 minute. And that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I'm being so cautious the way I'm being cautious, because you never know. Like, this shit's so volatile right now, bro. Like, it can easily push up 1,000 points in like a 15-minute candle. Like, it happens, bro. So you just gotta be able to adapt, and you gotta be able to trade the lower time frames to see the details, all the fluctuations. And that's just what I'm doing for y'all. So just to show y'all, still at 3,077 gold, of course. It's still doing its thing. Gold isn't as wild. Well, I guess I ain't even been paying attention to gold, but it's starting to get a little pullback here. Might clip gold at this area because this is a level of support. We'll see. We'll see. But welcome to the day in the life of scalping the Trump markets. So you can watch me analyze and mark up just to look for this overall position. And it looks like we're about to get an entry signal on NASDAQ, potentially right here. So this will be about, we're about a risk about 1,000 to make 4,000, and I like it. So let's do it, chat. Let's do it. So we just hopped in sales, as you can see here. Just hopped in these sales based off of price action. We had this little fake break above. Now I'm looking for a price to go to this negative 27 TP. Like I said, we did have a retrace of 23.6, which is also a break and retest of this level of support that we previously broke. So just like I tell y'all, impulse correction, get money, right? So currently those positions are floating about $200 in profit. Overall $500 in profit between all of those positions. So yeah, we'll just see what price does, and hopefully we can just melt to the floor, and that'll be an easy Forex chat. Look what just came in the mail, chat. Just got me a new tripod, new vlog pod. Of course, the one that the camera is on right now is cool. It's pretty much almost the same, but this one I can just press the button, like press that button right there, and they just flick out. So it'll be a lot easier for me to get some content for you guys, because I don't have to worry about like flipping the legs out, so forth and so on. So yeah, let's unbox this together, chat. It's a nice box. Vlog pod. A lot of interesting stuff here. Nice, nice. Feels good on the hands. And then watch this. Wham. That's dope. And I can just put it in quick. So yeah, I like this feature because when I'm holding y'all, like when I'm holding the camera like this, I can literally put it down, set it down, pick it back up, you know, so forth and so on, versus like having to do like a lot to unlock it. So that's pretty cool. Update, chat, we are $3,000 in motherfucking profit. Nas has just been flowing beautifully, just like I anticipated. Price, we hit that 23.6. Let me show y'all. We hit that 23.6, break and retest of that previous level support, and then our target is at negative 27 TP. Like I said, this is flowing immaculate, chat. We are up $1,500 on one position, $1,400 on the next position. The profit potential for this move is $1,900 and $1,800. So I'm almost about to say, fuck it and close right here, chat, because we are literally we are floating. And then you can see the equity in the account, $6,300. So yeah, I'm about to trail my stops with these 1 minute candles, and then overall, if it hits take profit, great. If it doesn't, oh well. But I'm overall happy with my performance today. 2K to 6K in one day, pretty good to me, chat. All right, so like I said, trailing the stops, bare minimum, we leave this with 1,400 and 1,500. So what's that? Damn near almost 3K bare minimum. Overall, like I said, we are floating $6,200 in profit. So only a couple more $100, but it looked like we're about to get stopped out, chat. I ain't really tripping though. I'm cool with the gains. The gains are the gains, and I'm content with that. Like, how often do you take 2K to 6K in a couple hours of work scalping NASDAQ? You don't. I mean, you can, but of course, like I said, it's not super common, right? Of course, we still got our gold position that's playing out. Honestly, I don't even feel like dealing with a lot of this stuff. We floating $3,700 in profit, chat. Real close to our take profit level. Honestly, look, now we up 30. We're up $3,800 now. Honestly, I think I'm about to just go ahead and close in these shits and call it a day. So actually, that's exactly what I'm about to do. All right, chat, just closed those two positions. Now we are at 6,300, and then of course we still got our gold position that's still open, that's floating $300 in profit. But overall, 2K to 6K, let's get it. Yo, chat, I ain't even gonna lie, I forgot all about this, but Trump talks in like a couple minutes, bro. So like, hopefully he don't mess up the gold trade that's already in profit. And then now that I think about it too, low key, Nas is probably gonna melt. It actually pushed down 300 points lower. It pushed down lower 300 points from where we closed at the negative 27. So overall, like I said, it pushed down, but we closed. We know we closed where we were supposed to close. Now I do think it could drop further once Trump talks, just depending on what he says. But we just gonna come back tomorrow and look for some more positions, and then we will see how gold does. But what I'm about to do, I just handled some business outside and just got done with my meeting. I'm about to hop on 2K chat, so I'm about to get these runs in. If you want to add me, you want to play me in 2K, comment your PSN below, and I'll add you, and we can run it. We can get your squad, run it in the park. We could do all of that good stuff. Add me on PSN at Cash Out Lido. So add me, and we gonna get these runs in, chat. All right, chat. So it is later on in the day, or night, I should say, right? And got alert that my gold trade was up about 400 bucks, 500 bucks on gold, and then it came and hit my break even. So as you can see here, we were up, and then it came and hit my break even. So this trade is now pretty much finished. No longer interested in this move. I guess I can just hide this now. So like I mentioned, we are at $6,300, chat. We started with 2K. We started with $2,000 today, and we got the account to 6,300. What does that mean? That means that we need to withdraw, right? Because we already made triple our investment. We made 2,000, the initial 2,000 that we put in, and then we made an extra $2,000 on top of that. So now the account sitting at 6,300. So I'm thinking about taking about 40. Let's do 4,200, and then we will leave. We'll leave. What's it called? We'll leave 2,100 left in the account, right? So let me go ahead and process this withdrawal for y'all, just so y'all can see. Even though I did on my last video, you know, just to be fully transparent, just to show y'all how all of this shit works, right? So whenever you make money in the market, you take it out, especially when you're doing an account build. There's no reason for me to leave the money that I invested into it, because I already doubled it, or already tripled it today. So I'm logging into my account right now on Liquid, and Liquid literally is the best broker. By the time I wake up tomorrow, this deposit will be in my account. So just copied my Bitcoin address, and then it's saying that when I withdraw from this account, if y'all can see, that it will be a $4,100, 4137. So $4,137. That is the conversion rate. That's what they take. Do I accept the terms and conditions? Yes. Oh shit. Yes. And then what is my wallet address? Putting my wallet address in now. As you can see. Boom. Hit confirm. And then it's going to tell me to verify that I'm actually withdrawing this. So let me go back to my email, and then get the verification code, and then boom. Now it is saying it's waiting for approval. I just took $4,137 out of the account, and then as you can see now, if we do the math, my account on this now says 2,100. So now I have 2,100 again to trade with, and we will see what the market gives us tomorrow. And I'm low-key already eyeing a setup on NAS. NAS buys look great at the moment. Currently, we have this level of support that's giving divergence. So we have a breaker structure line here. We wait on a break, retest, and then we'll take this trade once it gives us that. So I'm looking for price to push up probably about 300 points over London session. So that'll be a solid, you know, a solid bag. And damn, it's already pumping. I didn't want to get in without the break and retest. Of course, that's definitely what I preach. So we'll wait on a retest here. Let me go ahead and set the alert. And then overall, we're gonna catch a bag, chat. Simple. Now with this trade, I ain't gonna lie, it's already late in the night, late in the evening. So if I see it on my phone, I'm gonna take it, but I'm not carrying. I'm not taking the camera downstairs and having it in the bed with me. I'm trying to live with my lady, right? So if I take it from my phone, I just take a screenshot, screen recorder, whatever the case may be. Y'all can see it from there. But 2K to 7K, literally a few hours worth of work. Easy money, let's get it. All right, chat. Currently is the next morning. Just hopped in these NAS buys with this clean break, the retest, and now I'm looking to target this negative 61.8. This trend line break and retest, pretty simple. If we hit take profit, this is going to be about 5 racks. So we can see that we got multiple positions, 3.50s here, and then if our overall take profit gets hit up here, then that'll be those 3 combined. So 25, 25, that's 5, and then the extra 3 racks, that's about 8 racks potentially on this move. So we will see how this plays out. And then I got a little bit of things to do today. I gotta go to a meeting at 1 o'clock, and then got a couple other meetings later on in the day. So hopefully this plays out for the most part, and we get our take profit hit. Update. Currently we floating $1,800 in profit, chat. Sheesh. Currently we are floating almost about 3K in profit. There we go. We are floating well. Overall, I can definitely see NAS like flying to the moon today. It just depends on the FOMC meeting and what they say. But overall, I'm still looking to target that negative 61.8. That'll be fire. But overall, like I said, we about 3K in profit. But I'm about to leave the crib right now. So overall, hopefully we hit take profit by the time I come back. If I need to close it while I'm out, I will, but otherwise I'm not going to be paying attention to it. So just pretty much letting it run and do its thing. Literally, I just got out the shower, chat, and we are up 5K on the overall position. We just hit negative 27 take profit level. We're at this level of resistance currently, this previous level of resistance here. So I might close the position. Overall, still about to manage it and see how price reacts at this area, see if we reject or if we continue to break through. Hopefully we can go ahead and get straight to that negative 61.8. That'll be great. And then FOMC is in an hour, so hopefully we hit our take profit before FOMC, so we do not have to stay in that position. All right, chat. So I realized once I got to my destination that I left the camera at home. So I literally just got back. But now that I'm back at home, I'm about to go ahead and withdraw some profits, right? I'm thinking about going to a basketball game. So the Mavericks and the Lakers. So I'm thinking about to just take a little bit out to pay for the tickets, you know. And then, yeah, we'll continue building the account. We already built it 2 to 6K. And then today, 2 to 10K. So we'll just do it all over again, chat. So, as you can see, just got back in $10,000. So let me go ahead and place the withdrawal. Once I place the withdrawal, I'll show you all of that. And then, yeah, I'll do the breakdown. So y'all probably see the breakdown before y'all see this video, because breakdown is a lot easier to do. But overall, I'll break down what I was seeing in another video, and then make sure y'all watch that, because like I said, it'll be up before this video, because this video takes time to edit and all of that stuff. Gotta send it to editor, all of that stuff. But about to do the breakdown of this trade, and then yeah, so we'll try to find some tickets to the Mavericks and Lakers game, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so now that we got that out the way, chat, I'm gonna go ahead and withdraw 3,700 from this. You can see it says it's going to take 36.44 for the whatever the little conversion rate, so forth and so on. Do I set the terms? And then I need to go to my Coinbase. Let me do that real quick so y'all ain't in my shit. But yeah, so go to my Coinbase. Oh shit, I gotta update it. I hate when your app make you do like updates and shit. Like maybe if I wanted to keep, maybe I wanted to keep the version that I liked. Why do I gotta? Why do I gotta change it? All right, so as you can see, this is withdrawal. Withdrawing it from this account, 3644. Hit continue. My address. So paste that. Boom. And then it's going to ask me. It says waiting for verification. Today's April 9th, so forth and so on. And then so now I want y'all to pay attention. It'll say 10,449, but now we withdrawing $3,600. So now I gotta go to my email and do the verification. And it's shitty that I gotta do this, but y'all always be asking like, show the withdrawal. Shut the fuck up. So let me go ahead and verify. 36 boom 22. Alright, so you can see. Alright, type in my verification code, so forth and so on. Hit verify. And then now you can see this is waiting for approval. Today's April 9th, so forth and so on. So yeah. Now wait for this withdrawal to get hit, but now you can see the balance on this account is now $6,749. So we already did 2K to 6K this week, and then we just did another 2K to 10K this week. So that's about 12K on the week for the account build. And the reason why I'm showing y'all the withdrawals is so y'all know, like when you do an account build, you gotta take something out, because at any point in time you can lose it. So like take out what you invested in it at least. But like I said, I'm trying to go to the Mavericks game, so I had to take me some money out for these tickets real quick, so I had to take it out of my bank account. But overall, today's only Wednesday. Today's only Wednesday. We got a couple days left in the trading week, so we'll see what we can do with this $6,000. Maybe we can turn it into. Alright, chat. So you can see our withdrawal has now hit the account. So it is the 9th. Now I am looking to take this potential trade. I just came up here in my office to analyze it on the computer, so because y'all know I don't like taking trades basically off the phone. But like I was mentioning, we are at the 78.6. Even though we had this huge push up today, we still an overall downtrend, right? So overall we haven't broken any structure, we just have that higher low point. So I'm looking to see if this will break structure. Well, it already broke structure on M5, so this broke, and then look to see if this will come back, retest, and then fall and come back to this little level in here. So that is what I'm looking for, but it's only 7 o'clock in the evening, so I might wait until New York session to see how this really forms, because this probably can consolidate after that big old push, but we'll see. We'll see, chat. All right, chat. So it is the next morning. Don't mind my bonnet and stuff, but yeah. So the sale we were looking for on NAS, remember we said we wanted to break and retest that and then drop. It failed, but I did not take this trade, and now I'm like, dang. Well, I should have caught it. Pretty simple. Dropped 300 points, but really it dropped 500 points. But my take profit was only to the 307 points, which was this little zone that we talked about. We had it marked off like such. So we had this little zone marked off here. But overall, it is about to be NY open. So I'll see what it does when the stock market opens. We had CPI today too. CPI was negative, so I'll see if I can get a pullback into an area and then capture some more sales. So I'll keep y'all updated. Currently, we still sitting at $6,700 on the build. So yeah, I'll see what price does, and hopefully we can catch some opportunities today. I do got a couple meetings with my students this morning, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take complete advantage of the move, but we will see, because I have to do like a Q&A with them and answer their questions and stuff. So all right, chat, so just got off some meetings with my students. I'm still sleepy. I'm still just waking up. This ain't the best morning for me. All right, chat, so I in this position, price broke underneath this level of support. It's come back to retest it. So if we get an engulfing candle here, I'm going to hop in these sell positions. Overall forming lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, so forth and so on. So we will see count at 6,500. Like I said, we did take a small loss earlier. So now we will just see how price reacts, and if we can get that entry signal to go ahead and take that sell to the downside. All right, chat, this is looking good. We're about to wait on this candle to close, and then we're gonna take it. So boom, we're in, chat. So we just got that bearish engulfing. Now let's look for price to go and continue to go to the downside. All right, so our target is this negative 61.8. Take profit level based off our fib, and then as we can see here on M15, M30, so forth and so on, this is the next level of support. So this is a nice area that we can be looking for price to continue to flow. Because we just had this huge push up, it was no like stopping price in this area. So now we're looking to see, like, when we push down, can we get that same push without stopping, so forth and so on. So that's what I'm overall looking for. We're in a little drawdown right now, chat. This ain't looking, well, this is respecting this little line of support, but we'll see how price plays out. We're down about $500. Risk is about $1,400 to make an overall around $5,600. So cool risk to reward ratio of M1, but impulse correction and then looking for a continuation. Now the only thing I don't like is that this didn't break this last like higher low point, so that might be the reason why we push up, but hopefully we can maintain and continue to push down. All right, chat, that was fast. We just got stopped out. Now we're sitting at 5,300. Overall, would have took this trade any other time of the day. Like I said, it was that higher low point that we didn't break. So just got to be mindful of that. But this was 1 minute structure. Trying to scalp these markets. But overall, we take the L with the lesson, and we move on to the next, chat. All right, chat, so this is a break of this resistance level, retest. So we just hopped in a buy. All right, chat, so you can see we are in these buys, approaching our negative 27 take profit level. My overall target based off of this move, negative 61.8. We had a breaker structure on M1, impulse break, correction. I got in a little late here, but then was still able to capture the move. Like I said, we almost hit that negative 61. I mean that negative 27. 27 take profit level. Come on now, chat. Let's go. Like I just did to secure some profits. Now we're back at 5,800, and then we can let the rest run. Overall, I'm very content with my profits, and yeah. So very beautiful trade. All right, chat, we out. We close. Balance at 9,314. If we would have closed earlier, they would have been all at 10K, but overall, still happy with this balance. All right, chat, so price formed another higher low point, so went ahead and entered another position. This one we just gonna trail to the negative 61.8 to see if we can maximize the move. And if not, we lose 300 bucks and we still at 9K. So overall, didn't want to give it back because I didn't know if it was going to reject, but now that we formed another higher low point potentially, now I'm open to carrying this up to the negative 61.8. All right, chat, so as you can see, we just hit our stop loss. We had 9,100. Overall, all good. Now price forming double top on that, so that is the end of the day, ladies and gents. We are at 9K, and let's call it a week, folks. Plug.